be the best plan at this time to make it safe for the motoring public, the residents, as well as the children. What we're proposing here is a one-way loop in during a certain time frame. It's not all day. It's going to be a one-way during time frames, which we have posted down here. Times can be changed, but we gave it a wide 7 a.m. to 2:30 to 3 p.m. I'm sure you guys' schedules will change in the future, but that's a sign that'll be underneath that can be added or removed. But we're only going to make this a one-way entrance point during a certain time frames in the morning, certain time frames in the evening. Like Mr. Lacis has said, it's only 15 minutes of the day. Traffic's only a problem for 15 minutes of the day. Morning doesn't seem to be a problem. Mr. Lacis has had the best moving line as long as I can remember. He's had a good early morning drop-off. As far as I know, he's the first one to incorporate a moving line drop-off. It's never been an issue with morning traffic with his school. First one to have teachers out here expediting kids out of the vehicle, across the road, etc. He's doing a great job. That being said, in the past we put signs here. We've always had a congestion problem in this area of Barbary Road. It's very narrow. The biggest problem we have been having is this corner right here. It's very narrow between parents staging and parking here, because parking is an issue. There's not a lot of parking. We have more people driving, picking up their kids, etc. So there's not a lot of area to park. Once this lot becomes full, they start then migrating up here, parking on Oakland Road, which is a very narrow road. And because we've had it posted no parking here and here, they're parking the wrong direction on Oakland Road. And that being said, when the kids exit with their parents, they're crossing over here to get to the vehicles as the traffic's exiting here. It's a dangerous environment for the kids walking to their car. So what we're proposing in the time frame is a one-way loop. So all the traffic, we don't want the traffic to come out here and exit against the flow. So it'll be one way for that time frame in the morning, time frame in the evening, to come down here and etc. A lot of times people will be trying to go salmon upstream, come up here. The majority of the traffic's trying to exit. You'll have 2-3 cars come down, rubbish truck, etc. Distributes, interrupts the whole flow of traffic. Snow's an issue. Snow encroaches into the road, makes it even more narrow. We've had road jams where it's been a gridlock up there. So we've had to go up there and free that traffic out. We've had actually since September 139 calls of service to the Little School area. Not all traffic related, just building checks, etc., but 139 issues, including one OUI. But so what we're proposing, once again, I'll repeat myself, a one-way traffic pattern. So when they exit here, they'll see a sign to go this way. They'll see another one-way sign to continue up here. Here will be a do not enter for that same time frame will be posted underneath here. So these residents all understand it's going to be a certain time frame in the morning, certain time frame in the evening. And if residents to exit, we have one here that likes to go against the flow. If she has to exit, she's to go with the flow. It will be enforceable. Once again, I mentioned we have a traffic team, a newly formed traffic team. We presented this to the Board of Selectmen. They feel it's to be the best safe pattern at this time. And it's going to be a trial run. We're going to do it at the end of the season, see how it works. If there's any bugs to be worked out, and how can we be better for the next school year. Right now, it's tough to teach old dog new tricks at the end of the school season. But we're going to try and work the bugs out. That's why we're doing it this late. And then hopefully we can better it for the next school season, get everybody trained to it bright and early. Like I said, morning's not an issue. It's the evening time when people tend to go there early, get out, park the cars and wait. And so we're proposing no parking here. Excuse me, parking will now be allowed on the sidewalk side. So the parents won't have to cross over with the children. So from this point up, there'll be parking allowed here. Okay, so there'll be no parking on the side where they currently park in the wrong direction. So we're going to put parking will be allowed from this point up. No parking in this immediate area. No parking here to corner. And that's what we're proposing to make a safe plan to sign. We also have currently notified the tree warden removing a large tree here.
That's tough when you come out of there, take that left, that tree is.
We used to have a very large evergreen over to the right. With the permission of the resident, we took that out last year. That was a big problem. I don't have to tell you that coming out of Southwick, that sight lines are difficult. Mike Sorgan's looking into that. Mike Sorgan has talked with the residents. They're concerned of allowing parking here. They said, well, they're going to pull onto the sidewalk. There's no curbing there. Well, Mr. Sorgan has looked into what it's going to cost for a bituminous or granite curbing to help improve the allowed parking on the side. The residents, we're happy with that. This is the best plan at this time as far as money-wise. We've talked with Mr. Hardacre and the town engineer about possibly expanding some teacher parking here and allowing some more resident parking, parent doing a deeper loop and coming out here. And actually, they were talking about some land here, creating another channelized lane coming in this way, to keep the line moving, free it up. Once again, he's got a great morning traffic plan. It's the evening where they want to arrive early, stage early, and creates a little gridlock there. This being the worst corner, creating most of the problem, winter, et cetera. But the Board of Selectmen had heard from all the parties involved. They feel it to be the best plan. They voted it into, these signs will be regulatory signs which will be enforced. And I gave you a copy of Board of Selectmen signing off on this plan at this time.
A quick question.
Sure.
I noticed that there will be a second crossing guard.
We have added a second crossing.
Will it be
guard.
down there at the entrance to Oakland, or will you back? Just curious where it would be.
Currently, we have a crossing guard here, Jean Shabilia. She's been there 10 years,
Right.
10 plus years.
Yeah.
She actually crosses the most kids. This school has the most walking kids per school.
Right.
Because of this long area residence. She crosses the most kids. Because of the dangerous corner here, as well as the traffic congestions, we recently employed, she's been a little over a week now. She now has her post right here at this corner.
Okay.
Basically, she's been chasing cars off the corner and making sure kids don't cut diagonally across with the buses and traffic accidents in that dangerous spot.
So this is already in place then, this plan? You've already started?
Exactly. The signs are being ordered right now. The signs were to take a week and a half to 2 weeks.
Okay.
Some are in stock, some have to be made up with the timeframes. Mike Sorgan has taken this plan and ordered the signs. And like I said, this is gonna be, we're doing this to work the bugs up this late in the season. Parents might not be happy about it, but hopefully we can get them all trained early next year. Okay?
Any other questions, comments?
I do. I think, first of all, thank you all for taking this on. This is really a good thing, and I'm really pleased with the level of discussion that's occurred among both the residents as well as everyone in various town departments, and particularly you, Scott, for doing this. In terms of getting this information out to the residents, how do you see that happening?
That will be publicized. They will have to put in the local transcript.
Okay.
And we're gonna ask, when the plan's all is set and we're ready to erect the signs, we'll ask Mr. Sleece to post a memorandum to the parents. So they will be informed as well. As well as they will be posted in the transcript, as well as we'll ask Mr. Sleece to do a memorandum to the parents.
And this is a question to you, Bill. In terms of the preschool program, which the arrival and departure of that is slightly off kilter from the rest of the school, do you see any impacts on this plan versus how you'll stage the preschool piece with vans coming on that?
You know, I do, and for next year, our school hours are the later schedule. And the morning isn't an issue because preschool will start at 8:15 and the rest of the school won't begin until 8:55. So parents will probably start arriving at 8:40-ish. So that'll be done and over with. The afternoon, there's only a 10-minute difference between 3 o'clock for preschool and 3:10 for the rest of the school. And that's a concern. I don't know what else to do. I think, Scott, that, again, I don't support any cars coming into the circle where the buses come, which I told you.
Yeah.
But, and I won't take responsibility for it if that's allowed. But I have seen cars pulling in, how do I explain it, right near the gym door without coming into that half circle and queuing up there, and that's fine. In the afternoon, again, it depends what time the buses arrive, how much space is there.
Well, you've got a great plan now, and I see you just incorporate those steel barriers, the steel cages.
Those have been there for several years. I've done everything I can. You people know, it's funny because here we are at the
Those make a
school.
big difference as far as
Right.
kids getting safe.
Well, it just was so, I mean, not that, they're more like a guide to tell people to stay on the other side of the fence because the buses come in there, and if parents don't leave right after they pick up their children and congregate out there, it's just a very dangerous situation with the buses coming in. We've read about the Stoneham issue and all that sort of thing, so those barriers aren't going to physically do anything, but it's more a signal, gee, they're here for a reason, let's stay, and they work well. They work well. I think that parents have been, I don't have a badge or a gun, but they have been informally trained to let's play nicely together and take a right coming out of the, and that's all I could do. And so a lot of them, most of them know that. Occasionally, one, like Scott says, salmon's fishing, swimming the wrong way. So, and then our plan has always been to hire out details and put up the cones to do the best that we can do. And it's always worked well with the detail policemen and the cones. But anyway, afternoon with the 10-minute difference next year is a little concerning with preschool parents.
So I'm just wondering where, if there's no parking up at the corner there of Barbary and Oakdale, where will the vans for special, for the preschool, pre-K, be allowed to come in? Will they come into the circle?
No, they don't.
They don't.
They may pick them up in the back of the preschool. I'm not really sure.
Around, going around?
Right.
And like I said, this is the immediate phase right now. We've recommended other phases. Like I said, it's come down to money, and town engineers looked into it as a rough estimate by expanding this area here as well as over here, like I mentioned before. But that being said, if they expand, just to incorporate a little bit more here, there could be a separate area for the staging for the vans. Because that's where he has the children enter and exiting that part of the school. That would be the best point for them in a safe area with a van pickup right here, van pickup and drop off, because there would be some room there. It's just a tree line there now.
The other issue, and I don't know whether it was brought up here, but we're giving serious consideration at the little school to house a classroom of children from the SEAM program who are hearing impaired. So, and they're going to be very young children.
Right, and I've met with, they've visited, I've met,
Right.
love to have them. Just wanted to make sure they were aware that they would have to stagger their, because that's, stagger their starting and ending times, so that it isn't a conflict. And there's the vans for the Y program in the afternoon. It's a very busy, and it's softball, and it's a very busy place, and that's why I am, I'm going to say it, very hesitant to do any live pickup in the afternoon. It's just, we don't have the space that the other school, it's very congested. And right now, the ladies do an outstanding job of delivering one child to one person's face every day. Putting kids, sending kids in a car, and they have a family name or whatever, we don't really know the people, we're just very hesitant. I don't know how we'd have the room. There's not a double, if one car picks up their people before, if the third car in line picks up their children before the first car, I can just see the third car trying to buzz out, and there is no room.
This looks like, it looks like a good plan, and it's a good time, I think, to try it the last few weeks of school and get people familiar with it, and then maybe work out the bugs over the summer.
Do you know the signs will be ready?
I haven't heard from Mike yet. I know he has placed them the day after the meeting. He's placed an order for those signs. We're trying to expedite that as soon as possible. Before we erect them, we'll definitely give you a heads up.
Yeah, what times are going to be put on?
Right now, Bill, we've put 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. and 2:30 to 3:30. That's where we're going on the current traffic pattern now.
That would fit, I think, both schedules.
Yeah. And that's, like I said, these signs here could always be detached and changed, and without taking the whole signs down, change the time frame should be able to be changed.
Okay, great.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
And I apologize, I believe we should have included you in your opinions prior to the selectmen's meeting, but the selectmen had contacted us and they wanted to know what point we were at. And we just had this documentation ready and they did it, so I apologize.
Not a problem.
We
Not a
can talk
problem.
about this.
Safety
Okay.
first.
Yeah, exactly.
We have
We're
everybody-
always trying outdoor center.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Okay, now we have several groups here, but before, I see Patrick Wicker, our student representative, is here, so if Patrick wants to come up and give us his student report, and then we'll proceed to the Little School Council presentation. Hello, Patrick.
I'm sorry, on the schedule was at 7:30.
That's all right, don't worry.
First off, MCAS testing has been this week. Last week the sophomores had to take their math and reading, and this week the juniors and sophomores have taken the U.S. History MCAS, and that'll be throughout this week. Also, AP exams are over, but on top of that, senior exams started today, and it'll be for this week. Also, class officer elections have been voted on and they've finished, and so